Hey YouTube, what is up? Temperquake here again today, and today I'm going to be talking about the ban list. Now it's not going to be a complete talk about the ban list. It's only going to be about specific cards of the ban list. First, I'm going to be talking about what Mega Capital G was saying. I think that there's a good possibility you could see Pot of Greed off the ban list. The reason for this is because most decks nowadays already get to their cards fast enough. This honestly just helps every deck get to its win condition faster. Now, if you look at Rabbits, Pot of Greed could be an iffy card because you could draw into two vanillas, so then you couldn't get your Rabbits effect. Now, this is not true for all decks. Most decks could be able to use this and get their win condition all in the same time. And if you look at it, like Mega Capital G said, this card is the only true staple Konami has ever made. It's a +1, yes, but it's not that fast. It's not that bad. This format is so fast already that I think Pot of Greed will actually help the Tier 2 decks gain its consistency so it can fight for Tier 1 and Tier 3 fight for Tier 2. Now, people might say that, oh, Pot of Greed is broken. In a couple of decks, it could be broken. But again, like Mega Capital G said, if you look at Pot of Avarice, statistically, it is a lot better because you get to recycle your cards and then draw two. I'm thinking if you bring back Pot of Greed just for one format, I think they should try it out for one format. If it doesn't work out, ban it again. They should try it out, and if they do bring it back, they should take out another draw card, such as Pot of Avarice. Now, if we are going to look at other cards that should come off the ban list, I think the Rescue Can Dark Strike Fighter should come back for one more format. Because back then, when the game was, you could say, relatively slow, that was an OP deck. But nowadays, it is so easy to stop that deck that the chances of you pulling the OTK are very slim to none. Now, I don't think by any means they should bring Rescue Cat Dark Strike Fighter up to 2 or 3. I'm saying limit it, see how it runs for one format. If it doesn't make that much of an impact, keep it there. That's why I also think Pot of Greed isn't going to be that bad. Because if you look, when Konami brought back Monster Reborn, people were going, oh my gosh, Monster Reborn is too overpowered. There's no cost to it. You get a free monster on the field. And look at it. Nobody is complaining about it. That's how I feel Pot of Greed is going to be. It's just going to give every deck instant +1. Every deck's going to run it. So every deck has the equal opportunity of drawing it. So it's not unfair for every deck. And since every deck can run it, it's not going to be like a Gen X Undyne where only one deck gets a +2 off of it. And people are saying, oh, how about Exodia or Chainburn? They're going to plus off of that. They're going to be Tier 1. Well, if you look at it, I would say Exodia and or Chainburn are Tier 2.5. I don't think it's quite Tier 2, and I don't think it's quite Tier 3. I think it's a good 2.5 because of the inconsistency. But if you look at it, that will help a lot of decks because you don't see very much Chainburn. Yes, you see a couple of trollers that go to YCSs or regionals that just because it's a fun deck. Now, you won't see many of this Chainburn ran in most events. You'll see maybe one or two ever ran. And now I'm gonna talk about what's not gonna get hit by the ban list. Rescue Rabbit is not gonna get hit by the ban list. Well, you might say, but hey, Temper Quake, it's an instant exceed. That is true, but if you look at Tour Guide, so is she. The only difference is that Dino Rabbits can bring out a Walking Judgment or Divine Wrath. But if you look at it, if they take out Rabbit, they're going to ruin so many decks that require Rabbit. And if you honestly look at it, you're only going to be using probably one Rabbit per game, if that. because you're going to use Rabbit and then you're going to do a tour guide play into Levier. It's having it 2 only just helps the consistency. So if they hit Rabbit, they might as well hit Tour Guide. Since they're ruining a lot of decks, they might as well make every other deck less consistent. That is just my opinion, guys. Please tell me how you feel about this. I've been thinking about it. This isn't my whole ban list prediction. This is just a part of it. And to re-go over what I was saying, I said Pot of Greed should come back for 1 format as limited. Do not hit Rabbit. If you hit Rabbit, hit Tour Guide as well. And bring back Giant Trunade. Take out Heavy Storm, bring back Giant Trunade. I can guarantee 90% of all Yu-Gi-Oh players agree with that. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoy and have a sexy day.